CANopen Logxaminer is a PC software running on Windows. No CAN interface is required. It is used for analysis of log files for CANopen and CANopenFD networks and can handle a wide range of log file formats. It can also handle very large log files. In this tech brief video, I will go over the network description feature of the software. CANopen Logxaminer has a generic understanding of CANopen networks, but this can be made more specific and more useful by adding a description of the network. Information that can be added includes electronic data sheets of nodes, names of nodes, custom abort codes, and error codes, and process data, amongst others. This additional information will appear in the log file recording, which can then be included in exports. Let's take a look at how this works. The first step is to import a log file from a network. This network contains two nodes, node 1 and node 2. The application does not know anything about these nodes beyond basic CANopen information, but we do. Open the network description window by clicking on the toolbar icon. The description is divided into several areas and each one has a tab. The first thing we want to do is define the nodes. Click on the yellow plus button to add a new node. We will define node 1 first. Give it a name. And choose the electronic datasheet or EDS for it. Now add the second node. The log file does not yet reflect the changes. Click on the refresh button. The first change we can see is that the node column now shows the names of the nodes, which is helpful to be able to tell them apart. We can see that there was an SDO access to entry 2010 on node 1. Because Logxaminer now has the information from the EDS, we can see that this is an access to a manufacturer-specific entry called 32-byte buffer. Looking further down, we see accesses to device profile entries to read digital and analog entries. The trace recording also has some PDOs captured. All we can see is that these are PDOs and which node they're associated with. We can't see what data was in the PDOs. Looking back at the network description, we can see that there is a tab for network process data. Process data is the data that can be transferred across the network using PDOs. We have two options. We can define data items manually, or we can automatically define them from the EDSs. Click on the toolbar button to automatically add them. Note that these entries can now be manually edited, and we can still add more entries ourselves if needed. Each item is defined by the PDO that contains it, where it is in the PDO, and its data type. Refresh the log display. For the PDOs, we can now see what is in them by looking at the process data column. Each item has a descriptive name and the value that was in that PDO. Export the log file with additional network description information by clicking on the Export button. The network description can be independently exported and imported, allowing it to be shared between our CANopen applications, such as CANopen Magic. I hope that this video has shown the power of adding symbolic information to trace recordings and how it can help to make the log files more user-friendly.